I saw my life branching out before me like the green fig tree in the story. From the tip of every branch, like a fat purple fig, a wonderful future beckoned and winked. One fig was a husband and a happy home and children, and another fig was a famous poet, and another fig was a brilliant professor, and another fig was E.G., the amazing editor, and another fig was Europe and Africa and South America, and another fig was Constantine and Socrates and Attila, and a pack of other lovers with queer names and offbeat professions, and another fig was an Olympic lady crew champion, and beyond and above these figs were many more figs I couldn't quite make out. I saw myself sitting in the crotch of this fig tree, starving to death, just because I couldn't make up my mind which of the figs I would choose. I wanted each and every one of them, but choosing one meant losing all the rest, and as I sat there unable to decide, the figs began to wrinkle and go black, and one by one they plopped to the ground at my feet.
It's been so long, I know, but anyway, I'm filming this video just to finish. Wait, I need to grab my book, okay? 1 minute. So, as I said, I will put my glasses so I can see myself very well. Anyway, this is a type of content that I love to watch, and now I really want to make. It is like a weekly vlog, but not about me, like not following me throughout all the week, but following the cultural activities that I do, reading books, watching plays, movies, documentaries, music, anything cultural. I'm gonna share it with you throughout the week. So currently I'm reading The Bell Jar. It's complicated. I don't know if I love it or I hate it. It's very complicated. Right now I'm at chapter 13 and still don't know. Like right now when I'm chapter 13, I started like feeling like sorry for Esther, the main character, because at first I found her funny, you know. Then I found her like a horrible person. And now I'm starting to empathize with her and feel sorry for her. So I really don't know how to feel about this book. Otherwise, the writing style is genius, and I really want to finish this book ASAP. That was the book club pick for a while, but I was busy, so I couldn't finish it at like by the end of the month. At the same time, for the month of May, we are reading the Memoirs of Adrienne by Marguerite Yourcenar, a French author, but I'm reading it in English. And I have no idea what the book is about. It was like, we voted like it got the most votes in the book club, so we are reading this. At the same time, yesterday, during my lunch break, I got bored and I started an audiobook of an author that I read his book last year, and it was a weird, funny book. The author is Richard Brotigan. When I searched him on the internet, I found out that he is known for his own unique writing style and unique imaginary, ironic words. And the book I'm currently reading is Dreaming of Babylon. I started listening to the audiobook, and then I found it interesting. Like the first page was so funny, so interesting, so I just got the ebook so I can highlight while listening. And yeah, that's it. So taking you with me. That's it. See you in the next clip. Hi, I'm sorry for the messy look. I tried to technique to curl my hair, and while I'm preparing dinner, I'm gonna talk to you about my reading updates. So, as I was saying, I'm gonna talk to you about my reading updates. So fighting my demons to finish the bell jar. I love it and I hate it at the same time. Also, I finished Dreaming of Babylon, which was crazy. It was a very short book about a guy that is like living in his bubble. How to explain it? He's a guy who is like a private detective and at the same time private killer, hitman, something like this. He's a mix of both of them, but he's so bad at doing these things. So his mission was to get out a body from a morgue for a lady, and he will get paid for that. But he won't do it as expected because he's always like, while he's doing his real life actions to do what he will be paid for, he found himself thinking of that imaginary word called Babylon, where he's like a superhero dating, not a superhero, but like, human superhero, like not Superman, and he's dating a very gorgeous lady. And the whole book was like dark humor. The description of the real world of our main character, Cord. I think his name was Cord. And his imagination, because the point of view, like the writing is from his point of view, was so crazy, so funny, and at the same time reflective. And this was a funny book. that just proved to me that I'm not in a reading slump. But the Bell Jar, let's get back to the Bell Jar, is a hard book to read. Especially, I've never read a book like that before. I mean, the latest book that was a bit like this, what about like horrible characters, was The Stranger by Albert Camus, which I loved. I don't know why. I think because he was a man, so I was expecting bad things from men, bad behaviors, bad comments from men, not from a woman. Esther, this woman, is crazy, it's horrible, it's terrific, especially her comments and how she thinks of people. But in that part where, as I said, I started feeling empathy toward her. So yes, these are my updates. I will try to finish it as up before the end of this week. And now I will continue preparing my dinner. And yeah. Good morning. This is my morning face. But anyway, it's a Saturday, okay, and I didn't make a lot of progress. Your girl got so busy, and anyway, today I'm not gonna move. I'm not gonna do anything until I finish my book. There's only these few pages left, and I need to finish it as up so I can read the rest of my books. Obviously, the house is messy, but I'm not touching anything until I finish this book. My biggest distraction. You are my biggest distraction. You're so cute. We are Monday, and I finished the bell jar yesterday, and I still cannot make up my mind about the book. It left me with many and heavy feelings. Especially like my last reading session, I feel like I read all the rough parts from this novel, and starting from her like electric treatment with Dr. Nolan, if I'm not mistaken, and her description of electric treatments, her description, and I don't know, just I still cannot make up my mind. And also her relation with Joan, her friends, her relation with her mom, with the body, how the story, how she lost her virginity, everything. Like, I read all this in my last session, and the latest line from the book, which is, the eyes and the faces all turned themselves towards me, and guided myself by them, as by a magical thread, I stepped into the room. And here, I'm not sure if she's getting out of the hospital, or she's getting like into the room of the electric therapy. So I was so worried for her, and I love the book. Like, when I finish a book that it, I don't know what to say about it. Like, it is a hard book to read, that's for sure. It deals with depression, with mental illness, with suicide, and it's so hard if you're fragile. Like, it's hard to read this book. Like, do you see the cover? These circles. This is how I felt right after finishing the book. I really had this dizziness, and I'm someone who talks a lot. And yesterday, after finishing the book, I said like this. I just texted my friends who already read the book. I told them about how I feel, and then I stayed quiet for the whole night, for the whole evening, because I swear I had this dizziness after finishing this book, this heavy feeling, and for sure I don't want to reread this book, but for sure I will read other, like, especially because I know this is her only novel by Sylvia Plath, but I will for sure read her poems. And she is a genius writer, and I feel so sad that we couldn't get more from her, sadly, because of what she was going through. This is crazy. I'm gonna end this video here.